Hey, welcome to Long Distance Sisters.
I'm Tori.
I'm MacKenna.
And I'm Serena.
Come chat with us while we're far apart.
Okay, let's get started.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the last episode, the third episode of 2021. We're going to talk about our favorite things of 2021, whether they were new in 2021 or just new to us in 2021. I'm sitting here, I'm drinking my ginger turmeric tea in my big sister mug.
I'm going with water this week. And then I have a peanut butter and cacao nib sandwich. And then gingerbread Oreos.
Are they any good?
Yeah, they're good.
Like my favorite meme I saw like last year, I was like,
Yes.
college is just a girl and her water bottle against the world.
Exactly. Or who am I to be walking around with my water bottle just swinging all over the place? But I can't believe there was a time where I used to not take a water bottle to school. Like,
I know, like in high school, I never like really
yeah.
might have had one in my bag for like practice or something, but I did not take
I
it.
always had a water bottle in high school.
I didn't start carrying one until like halfway through sophomore year, and it was like a really tiny water that maybe held like, I don't know, 16 ounces in it or something.
The little green one
That little green one with like a mini algae.
that fits in a fanny pack.
Okay.
They've only gotten bigger and bigger.
Pretty much. Okay.
You can never drink too much water. Well, you can, but
Okay.
it's very hard. Drink water.
Okay. Beauty. Who would like to go first? Well, Tori, you can go.
All right. So, beauty. My favorite find of this year is this mascara. It is the ColourPop Act Natural Defining Mascara. And like, I feel like I finally found my perfect mascara. It goes on really well. It doesn't clump up. I've been using it for like almost 3 months now, like 0 clumps. It doesn't, like smear or whatever. And it's vegan, cruelty free. It's the perfect mascara. Because I feel like I found like other.
You have to do the thing where you do
the thing. I know. Here you go. Hold my hand out for it.
Are some mascaras not gluten-free?
What?
No.
You said gluten-free.
Cruelty free.
Oh, I was like, who cares?
I feel like a lot of like
Well, people who are allergic to gluten
mascaras and stuff
Yeah,
that I've tried don't go on that well. Like it's like you use it because you're like, well, at least it's nice. But like this actually goes on really well.
She made it through the whole Maybelline phase.
I pretty much have used a different mascara every 3 months of my life. So I've used them all.
I remember I used to have that like very like early mid 2000s, like it's like a pink bottle with a bright
With the green cap. Yeah. I used that for a while.
I feel like
And that
we just
is
got rid of
like that one. It was very popular. Like it was on like the best of lists for a really long time. Probably still is on some of them. I don't really know what the draw was. I think I tried it again like a couple years ago to be like, was this any good? And it was just average to me.
Yeah. Compared to
This one is so freaking great.
Okay. I found this Milani setting spray, their Make It Last. And it has SPF 30 because sometimes when makeup products say they have SPF, they don't say the actual amount. So you can't like trust it for your sun protection. But I wore this setting spray in the Disney parks and it totally helped my makeup stay on, which by the way, I also started using Covergirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk Foundation. And that pairs really well with this Milani setting spray. But yeah, it helped my makeup stay on at Disney World. And with the SPF, I don't have to worry about like spreading sunscreen on my face without ruining my makeup or having to like spread any kind of sunscreen on my face when I have food or germs or all that nasty stuff on my hands.
Yeah.
So this was like freaking amazing. Milani, make it last. Setting spray.
So Florida, you're in Florida, it's summer.
Yeah, I went in June and July.
It's Florida proof. It's Florida proof.
That's such a good idea. And I just listened to that You Can Sit With Us podcast where they're talking about skincare. And they were saying how you're supposed to put sunscreen on after you do your makeup.
Yeah.
Like, what? But they were saying, but like, obviously nobody does that because then you would like smear your makeup everywhere. So having a setting spray with SPF already infused.
Right.
Good idea.
Spray it over your makeup.
I just wanted to like, I wish it was like a live stream so I could have like been, wait, no, there's this thing you could try.
Yeah. You could write in.
It was made like a while ago.
I think they also said like you have to use like 2 tablespoons of
sunscreen
on your face for like adequate protection. And I was like, what?
I didn't know that.
That's like
so I started
a lot.
But they're probably I use I think it's like CeraVe's mineral SPF, something like like that. So I started using more of it because I was like, maybe they're right.
Yeah.
Do it, I better do it right.
Because I know they said in that podcast too, like if you're in your 20s, you should be worrying about wearing sunscreen every day and like starting retinol or something. And like,
they said don't start using retinol until your 30s.
But I know they said sunscreen every day. So I have been trying to use it more. And I got like a daily sunscreen, like Burt's Bees thing. So.
Yeah, I use sunscreen every day. I've been doing that since
I want to, but
I
forget. I keep it in my work bag, but I forget.
I put it on my face and neck every day since middle school.
Really? Like sunscreen, not like foundation.
Like face sunscreen.
What? Who told you to do that?
I think Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Well, because we were looking for like a cleanser to get just like at the grocery store, and I was like getting the Aveeno ones, and she was like, "Oh, you should get one in the morning with SPF," and I was like, "Oh, okay." But Aveeno is not cruelty free.
So it's a moisturizer with SPF.
Yeah, it's
not like sunscreen.
Well, it says okay, whatever.
Okay, but I get you. That's good.
Yeah. I'm interested to see the result when I'm like older.
When you're like 50.
Yeah.
See how it worked.
Yeah.
I also started using this hair serum, which is just from Trader Joe's and was like probably like $6. Shea butter and coconut oil, but like it really helped. I have just like, I don't know, mild to moderate frizz in my hair, and it like works like a charm for really cheap. So yeah.
Also Florida approved, I guess.
Yes. And also Bliss Drench and Quench moisturizer. So like I switched to more water-based moisturizers rather than like oil or cream based. Because I have dry to combination skin. Oh, and I also started using a silk pillowcase.
Same.
Really good. Really, really good. Because we all got them for Christmas last year.
We all got them for Christmas. So I'm pretty sure we all got this last year for Christmas. But it's a microfiber towel to remove your makeup.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's insane because a lot of people use the makeup wipes that are just used once and then throw it away. And that's, terrible for the environment. They talked about this in the one of the You Can Sit With Us podcasts. But it's so bad for the environment. It's so wasteful. You're just spending money over and over and over again on this thing you use once. It probably dries out because you're probably not taking care of it properly, like most likely. So this microfiber towel, you just wet it with water a little bit and it literally takes everything. It's so good. And then to clean it, you just put it in I'm pretty sure it's washer and dryer safe. It might not be dryer safe.
It's dryer safe on a low heat.
Yeah, it's It's so good. It takes everything off. Like, I have problems. Like,
It's amazing. Like all this money people spend on makeup remover, and it's like
mhm.
you just put water on this cloth and it takes everything off.
It's amazing.
Like
Yeah.
matte liquid lipstick, I use that sometimes, and that is hard to get off, even with makeup
Mhm.
remover, and it just wipes off.
Yeah. It's so good.
Incredible.
I just remember going through all like the different ways to get makeup off. So we started with makeup wipes,
Yeah.
micellar water, which like they all work, but they also have alcohol in them, so it's like fresh for your skin. The micellar water is like oily, so it's like,
Exactly. You're still adding things to your skin.
yeah.
This is just water.
And then eventually I just started using coconut oil and like cotton pads, but then you're using, cotton pads. So this towel, it probably lasts 10 years plus, depending on how much you use it and like take care of it. It works great. Like a microfiber towel to remove your makeup. And then also, these were like really popular probably when Tori was in high school and middle school, but it's a spin brush to clean your face.
Oh yeah,
Brush that like Neutrogena used to like.
yeah.
Like Clarisonic.
Yeah, oh, Clarisonic. But I really like it. It's like the bristles are pretty soft, so I don't feel like I can exfoliate my face without like scratching it up or without using like an exfoliator that actually contains something that will just like scar my skin with tiny abrasions. Like Kylie Cosmetics had an exfoliator or a cleanser, and it had walnut shells in it. And that just left like small abrasions in your skin. Like
Oh my gosh.
people are like, oh my God, but like it was actually like it's pretty bad for your skin. And like there's a lot of other products that do that. Like I don't want to, don't take my word for it. I think like, St. Ives, maybe even I use a Burt's Bees one that I'm still trying to get rid of and I'm worried about it.
On that note, I also started using the last tissue. Did you guys get
Yeah.
that for Christmas? Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
use that all the time.
Yeah. It's
All
great.
the
It's
time.
just like a little silicone pack of reusable
Basically
tissues.
handkerchiefs.
Yeah, little hankies. And when you use one, you just stuff it in the bottom, and there's like a divider to divide the clean from the dirty. And then when you want to wash it, you just open the whole thing up and dump it out, and then refold them, put them back in. So easy, so handy. Like I love it.
I will say, so those are great for like every day. But if you're actually like sick and sneezing constantly, they're not good because they'll get dirty too fast. There's only like 6 of them.
Really, I found that I could like reuse it, like if it would like
Dry.
and then yeah.
Okay, but like
Or
I was very sick multiple times.
you could just rinse with water and let it dry.
But like when you're hawking out like big green globs of goo, you don't really want to be reusing the same tissue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also it's Gesundheit. Speaking of, but also to be less wasteful, you don't need to go and like buy this pack of tissues. You can also just like make your own at home. Like if I crop my t-shirts,
Mhm.
really just like take the part you cropped off, cut it into smaller tissue size things, and just use them.
Yeah. Or do that for paper towels.
Yeah, and you just wash them in your laundry.
Mhm.
Don't-
Exactly. I just keep a little basket. Like you can keep it under your sink, or if you have a laundry room. And whenever I use one of my not paper towels, I just toss it right in there. It's like, and then throw it in with whatever the next load is that it's okay to go in with.
Mhm. Yeah, I keep the dirty ones in a bin on top of my dryer
Yeah.
so I don't forget to wash them.
Hmm.
Just throw them in with my clothes. I don't care.
Depends what I cleaned.
I
I have
would-
dogs, remember? So
Oh, true. Ew. Oh,
no, I try not to. I do use the paper ones if I'm cleaning up pee.
okay. Yeah.
Because I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I still buy paper towels, but I don't go through them fast at all. I just use them when it's like this is the most practical method,
Mhm.
like for dogs.
Yeah.
Or
Like,
like
you can keep
I don't
the
know, something
can keep
extra
the
nasty.
you can keep the t-shirt scrap.
Yeah. Plus, like I don't know, like I make bacon and I want to put it in a paper towel. One time I put it on one of the rags and I was like, what if there's still like chemicals in this rag.
Yeah, that's
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that again.
I appreciate it, but like,
Yeah. So I was like, okay.
Okay, so next, music. Victoria, if you'd like to start.
Well, Serena, I think we're gonna say it the same thing.
Maybe.
Go ahead. What are you guys gonna say?
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Taylor
Yeah,
Swift.
Taylor version. Oh, okay.
Fearless came out this year too.
I didn't. Well, okay. So I'm doing it based on the new songs that came out on those albums.
Okay.
Taylor Swift re-recorded her old albums because
If you don't know this, I'm sorry, you've been living under a rock. But like
Victoria. Some people don't, or maybe they know, but they don't understand why she's re-recording. So when artists make their own music, they usually do not own it. They're not the sole owners to it. And Taylor's music was up for sale, or she had mentioned the owner, who like produced it for her or something, that she was interested in buying it, and they rejected her, and they ended up selling it to someone else. So she was like, well, I wrote the music, so I can just re-record it, because she doesn't own those recordings, but she still like is the owner of the lyrics.
She owns like the creative license, I guess,
Yes,
the music,
yeah.
but she doesn't own the actual recordings and like be able to distribute and make money off of those recordings.
Yes, exactly. So she has been re-recording them, and her first re-recording was her second album, Fearless, which came out earlier in like May or April. I think April.
Yeah, like in the spring.
Yeah, and then
I didn't listen to that one as much.
No, she didn't just release all the same songs. She also had songs that she had never released but wrote at that time, and she ended up. So this was like a 30-song release or something like that, or 20 songs that she released. Whereas when the album first came out, it was 20 or whatever.
Probably not even like 16.
Yeah, so you do hear new music.
Yeah.
And then she released Red on November 12th.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot more to it. And then she recorded songs that she had sold to other bands. Like there's a song Better Man by, Little Big Town is known for singing it, but Taylor Swift wrote it, gave it to them or sold it to them or however that works. But she ends up singing it, and it's really good. There's a bunch of other things that she helped co-write and new songs. But the new songs that came out on Red, I like them more than the ones that came out on Fearless.
I would agree. I liked the one with Maren Morris on Fearless, but
I don't know what that one was.
like Fall Over Me, I think.
Oh yes. Okay, no, I know.
But yeah, I listened to Red way more. And also I think Red was hyped up a lot more. Like she did a lot more like stuff on social media and just like promotion for it. So
she did 2 music videos.
Yeah, it was just like on the mind more.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Plus All Too Well 10-minute version.
Amazing.
Honorable mention.
And short film. Watch her
short film. Yes.
But also, so yes, Taylor Swift is great. But the standout musically for me this year was, of course, Olivia.
Yeah, that was my other one. Sour by the Olivia Rodrigo.
It's so good. She's so good.
So
She's
good.
talented.
Every song you can sing along to.
It's a great album.
I saw this girl on TikTok and she was like, it's really sucks. Olivia just said she had to cancel all her tour dates. So like no one buy tickets because they still put them up for sale by accident. So like don't buy the ticket. It's gonna be a whole mess with refunds.
Oh my god. Okay.
But,
my favorite album from this year. Now I haven't heard Ed Sheeran's like equal album, but Silk Sonic by Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. That is so good.
I've never heard it.
Just all the fun, groovy R&B vibes. It's very good. You gotta listen to it.
Didn't they form like a band?
It was kind of like a little band. situation.
I think they're like a group now. Like Bruno Mars joined up with them and they're like,
I mean, they created a whole album together. Yeah.
oh, okay, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're just meaning like one specific song. Okay.
No, I said Silk Sonic. That's the name of the album.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. I have not heard it. I only listened to Taylor Swift and Olivia.
Yeah.
And some Billie Eilish. And whatever,
Ed Sheeran.
catches my eye. No,
I
think
I didn't really get into Equal yet. Like, I don't know if I was just too busy listening to Taylor Swift, but I like some of the songs, but I don't know. Like,
I've just from what I tried listening to Bad Habits. I was like it's like a catchy song, but there's nothing.
exactly. It's catchy, but it's not like, oh, so good. Yeah. Same with like Shiver, the other one. Shiver's.
Yeah. Well,
and then Casey Musgraves released an album this year that I was also kind of disappointed by. Like,
I didn't know that.
Like, it's good, but it's like very like slow, mellow, like a little like 70s vibe, but like just slow, not like groovy or fun. I don't know. Like, I was kind of disappointed by it.
I really liked that like disco.
I listened to it once.
Golden
Hour. But my other honorable mention is, well, I have two. For the Broadway scene, okay, the unofficial Bridgerton musical.
What?
I heard about that.
Yeah, there are these girls that they just wrote a musical, like they made songs on TikTok that went with Bridgerton, and then people loved it so much that they actually recorded it, and they actually have a Grammy nomination now. Yeah.
Girl, shut up. What?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And it's just two girls. They do all the parts. Like, it's great. It's on Spotify, the unofficial Bridgerton musical, I think. Let me make sure that's what it's called.
That's amazing.
And then the other musical is Six, which I was exposed to in April by my friends because it was like, I guess, doing like trials where they live in Minnesota. But it's Six. It's about the 6 wives of Henry VIII, I believe.
He had like 8 wives. I don't know.
Maybe only 6 that he beheaded.
And yeah, it's like all their stories, and like they're all like bad bitches.
Oh, that's funny.
So it's really funny and cute. It's very like modern. Like, they kind of like tried to do a Hamilton thing, but not really rap, but like pop. But so yeah, Six the musical is good. I think they're on Broadway now. They were off Broadway when I heard about them. Let me look at the Bridgerton.
I have two like.
Arlie and
I
Bear.
have two stand up. What?
Arlo and Bear. Who wrote it? Okay. Go ahead.
I have 2 standalone songs that I really liked. A-OK by Ty Verjays. If you guys, it's just like a great like feel good song, upbeat, but not like super like pump it up kind of. And then this second one wasn't released this year. It was released in 2015, but it's called 1, 2, 3, 4 by Alan Doyle. I was introduced to it through this website called Music League with my fellow like AmeriCorps members down on Jekyll. And someone submitted this song one week. When it came up on the playlist, I was just really feeling it. It's country, but it's also got like Irish drinking song vibes. And it's so good. So 1, 2, 3, 4 by Alan Doyle. Fantastic song.
We love all our Irish drinking song vibes. Great. Okay.
I like
Victoria, shut up.
Dynamite.
Okay, go ahead.
Dynamite by.
The only Dynamite I know is by Tayo Cruz or whatever.
What?
Isn't that like an old song?
Yes, which is why I'm confused.
That's not.
Well, if you don't remember, it's not important enough.
Yeah, for real. If it doesn't have TV after it, is it that important?
What the heck? Where'd it go?
TV's
BTS.
Taylor.
BTS.
Oh, you were listening?
Dynamite by BTS.
Okay.
I do not support K-pop
And Ice
culture.
Cream by
They
Blackpink.
treat their artists so freaking poorly.
Yeah. Well, okay. So yes, the studios like that train them, but BTS is now owned by an American group. So they're not being treated like that anymore. But yeah, the K-pop culture that like it's pretty weird. Like they train you from a really young age. You work really hard all day. You have to
On extremely restrictive diets, too. Like they're usually eating less than 1,000 calories per day, and they're still expected to perform at such a high level.
Well, I mean, look at pop culture and musicians in
Yeah.
America in the early 2000s. It was the same story.
Yeah.
They're just,
Yeah, but like,
yeah. I get
it's bad. It's
just
bad.
think of like Britney and all those people, like similar story.
Yeah, but they're still famous. The thing with K-pop is once you and your group reach a certain age, you're kind of like done.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There's so many groups. Like there's so many K-pop groups.
Yeah, but I'm glad like that they're so popular. Like that, you know, they're one of the most popular bands. And, like people, well, in a Tripod episode that just came out, they were talking about how they went to the BTS concert in LA, and they're like the Beatles of this generation. Cool. But yeah, I feel you. I have heard those things about pop culture.
Yeah.
But that's so funny. I could not imagine Tori listening to BTS, but that's so cute.
I mean, I only listened to like that song. But
I like that Blackpink song with Selena Gomez.
the Ice Cream, yeah, I like
It's
that.
so cute. And I just like Selena Gomez.
Yeah. They're just like fun songs, so I like
yeah. Fun dancing.
I tried to like listen to other songs like by them, and I was just like me.
Okay.
Those two I liked. Okay.
Movies. Tori, go.
So I don't know. I don't really watch movies anymore. But I did watch a movie.
Saw this year.
Yes, I watched a movie this weekend. Called The Business of Birth Control. So for those of you new to me, I'm a pelvic floor physical therapist, and I do like cycle coaching. That's what I'm calling it now. So this was a really interesting documentary made by some of the people that like I follow on Instagram and some authors of books that I've read. They kind of all collaborated to dive into how birth control started and how it hasn't evolved, really, not how it has evolved, and like how much it needs to be looked into, I guess, how much damage it's done, things like that, just the impact on society of birth control. So it was really interesting. I learned some very eye-opening things.
Did they talk about male birth control all at all?
They touched on like the fact that there's so many side effects in female birth control, and if we released like something for men with this many side effects, it would never get anywhere. So like, yes and no. And they did actually, a few years ago, there was a trial of male birth control, and they did say that it was unsuccessful because there were too many side effects, such as moodiness and headaches. And I was like,
oh, no shit.
Interesting.
This year, I finally watched all the Star Wars movies. And I do think the most recent trilogy is my favorite trilogy.
I kind of agree. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen like the middle ones, like the 2000s ones.
Victoria.
Those ones are good too.
It's all the originals, and
episode 2 was really creepy. That was my least favorite.
Tori, you have to see
I will. I just haven't.
Not because of the story, but because of Ian McGregor,
Oh.
which is Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is like, and that was like, and Anakin's cute, but like,
Anakin's too creepy for me.
he is really creepy.
He's the reason I was so uncomfortable throughout all of episode 2.
I mean, he's just, a boy in love who was just created out of nowhere. Well, the thing is that, okay, so I think the recent movies have been good. I enjoy watching them. I can see why like really hardcore Star Wars fans don't like them.
Mhm.
Well, one part of it is they take away from Anakin's story. Because Anakin, it was prophesized that he was like supposed to get rid of all of the evil in the galaxy. And he does that at the end of episode 6 when he, kills Emperor Palpatine. But then in the most recent movies, it's like, oh, Emperor Palpatine was never gone. Like he was actually alive. So Anakin sacrificed his life for nothing. I mean, like, you could say like, oh, well, but if you connect it and, he saved Luke, his son, which helped the Rebel Alliance go, which helped them find Rey, which Rey ended up killing Palpatine. You could say all that. But it takes away from Anakin's story, which makes people upset. But I think from the newer movies, my favorite one is Rogue One. I love that movie. I've seen it probably like 8 times. For no reason. I had not seen any of the new Star Wars movies or any of the old ones. Tori and I tried to watch A New Hope years ago, fell asleep there. Like
Multiple times. No, it wasn't A New Hope. It was the second one.
Oh, did we watch A New Hope? I didn't remember any of it. But we fell asleep while watching Star Wars several years ago. And
multiple times.
We like tried
around the same part. We would wake up, we'd be like, not again. We have to watch it again.
We wake up at 2 a.m. It's just like the end credits, and we're like, oh man. It was hard to get through. I don't know why. I don't know why I can watch it.
Don't really know why.
Okay, one more. I'm not really sure if you'd count it as a movie because it was a little under an hour, but the Muppets Haunted Mansion special, that was so good. Like, my boyfriend and I are very big Muppets fans. His favorite ride is Haunted Mansion. Like, we are very into it. And we think they did a great job of combining the two. Like, I love seeing all the Haunted Mansion jokes with the Muppets. I don't know. It was funny. It was cute. It was kitschy. So if you're a fan of Haunted Mansion and or Muppets, one or the other, watch it. It's so good. And there's so many, like, celebrity appearances, like Darren Criss and stuff.
For movies for me this year, I didn't really watch any new movies because it was like, oh, this movie's being released on HBO Max. And I'm like, oh, my HBO Max to watch this movie. And then we didn't really go to theaters because I don't live near any. The 2 movies I went in the theaters and saw this year were Black Widow and Shang-Chi. I'm gonna say Black Widow. Shang-Chi was good, but it's also just the new Marvel universe. It's getting Mr.
Lynn wants to come up and say hi.
The new Marvel series is coming out. It's just tiring. It's the same story. How many times can the world be in peril? Somebody's gonna save it. And I love Marvel. Oh, it's getting tiring. But Black Widow was really good. So I'll say Black Widow was my movie of the year.
Nice.
And it was I liked it because it was when Black Widow first entered the Marvel universe in the second Iron Man movie, which was 2010. She was very sexualized, very sexualized character. And over time, she has not become that. And when she had her own movie, none of it had anything to do with over-sexualizing her and her, I'm going to call it a costume, but it's an actual suit thing. So I really like it.
Super suit.
Or super suit. But yes, that's cool.
Nice. TV.
TV, Victoria.
Okay, Tori. So when I stayed with Tori over the summer, that's when the Tokyo Olympics started, which of course you gotta watch the Olympics. I watched all of the artistic gymnastics stuff. But Tori and I watched Golden on Peacock, which was about US elite gymnasts and their journey like to the Olympics or not to the Olympics if they didn't make it there. And it was so good. It's like what, 6 episodes?
Mhm.
It is so freaking good.
This year, I put WandaVision.
I put WandaVision.
Loved WandaVision. And I don't even
Such a
watch
treat.
Don't spoil.
I won't spoil anything.
It came out the beginning of the year, MacKenna.
Yeah, just watch it.
Just watch it.
I'm gonna I
Don't
did
wait for
20
Ryan.
I
Just
did
watch
Star
it.
Wars in 2021 and I'm gonna do Marvel in 2022.
Marvel's a lot longer than
A
Star.
lot more. Yeah.
I know. That's why I started with the smaller one.
Actually, well, that's if you include all of the Marvel or not Marvel,
All of the Star Wars spin-offs.
shows, then it's probably pretty.
Yeah.
So actually, I take that back.
Yeah.
But WandaVision, such a creative way to like do a show, and like it was a good story, and I like that she like. I can't say.
But it was good. It was good. You don't have to be a Marvel fan. Like, I didn't know the background, but it was explained enough that I followed the show and enjoyed the show. And then the other one I put, because I couldn't really think of much, like, I mostly just watch my comfort shows and like reality TV, which I didn't want to put for this category because it's not really new to me. The other one I put is Made on Netflix. Like AIM, like Made, like MAID. Really good. Like hooks you right from the beginning. Like really good. Kind of it's like deep and dark, but it's good. And then the third one I wrote is Lula Rich, the documentary on LuLaRoe.
Oh my god.
So good.
Oh my god. I listened. Simply Illogical had a podcast explaining it, I think, and how it's like a pyramid scheme kind of basically. Oh my god, do you actually watch that?
Yeah. It's good. It's on Amazon.
One of my friends actually told me about it yesterday.
Yeah. It was like crazy shit. Yeah. And all bad, well, I shouldn't say that. Like many things came back to religion. I'll just say that.
Really?
It all came back to like they ultimately wanted the women to do well enough that they could convince their husbands to quit their jobs so that they controlled them financially. Like so that the company controlled the families all financially because both the husband and wife would be like completely dependent on it. And the way to convince your husband to do it was like because he should be the breadwinner, so he should be part of the business because it's making more money than he's making or whatever.
Okay, I think this came out this year. If not, it came out like last year. But The Crown season 4 with Diana.
Really good. I think that was last year,
so
but
good.
yes, really good.
Okay, well, I watched it this year. Yeah, I got out of interest with The Crown. Like I stopped watching after season 2. But then I really wanted to watch Diana's season. And she's gonna be in the next season too. It doesn't end with her passing away in season 4. So she's gonna be in the 5th season, but like what a good but like so fucked up story. Like I can't believe we like I mean, like, she's such a good person. I get why we call her a princess, but I can't believe we put her in that spotlight. I was like, oh my god, she's like a princess. It's a fairy tale. But, like, it was terrible. Like, it was so not. Oh my god. It's really sad, but it's really good.
I mean, I think had she been more accepted by the royals, that spotlight wouldn't have been so bad. Like, because it is, people. That's why people love the royal family, is because they want stuff like that. They want to be like, oh, a princess, like she's so great. Like it was like the, you know, culmination of everyone's imagination was to have this young, beautiful princess that was like a Cinderella story, kind of. And like,
yeah, she was a lady before she got.
Yeah, she was already like.
She already comes from like a high up family.
From a well-off family, but like still like she was like going to college and like living in an apartment.
She was in college. She was like
she was something. I don't know. She was like living in an apartment with roommates and like trying to be boho, but like as only rich white girls can.
Yeah. She was going out to the club.
Yeah.
Dancing David Bowie. No.
She wasn't a royal, so like, yeah, it was kind of a Cinderella story, but it was only bad because the family didn't accept her and he didn't really love her. But I think if he had, like, she would have welcomed the spotlight, you know.
Yeah, it's totally the family's fault. Just the way, obviously, we weren't there. But if they had let Prince Charles marry that first girl, none of us would have ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whatever stupid reasons they didn't want her to.
And then he eventually married her anyway, right?
Yeah, well, they're like, and that's why people are like, oh, conspiracy around her death, because he is like not allowed to remarry unless woman he divorced like passes away or something. And then oh look, she passes away. I don't know all that.
I see, yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah, agreed. I like stopped watching The Crown too for like season 3 or mid season 2, and then hopped right back on the bus.
Yeah. Okay, YouTube. Do you have any standout YouTube stuff, Victoria?
Okay. I have
okay, I said we go in order here.
Birth order?
Birth order, of course.
I mean, I watch a lot of the same people I always have on YouTube, but I did start watching Colleen Ballinger and like her whole family this year because I don't know why. It's good background noise to just watch like random vlogs that are
Isn't she pregnant
essentially
again?
about nothing. She
had
had her
twins.
She had them. She had them.
How many kids does that make?
She only had one kid before.
Oh, it's her like sister or something that has a bunch.
Yeah,
of kids.
they're her brother. It's her brother. Her sister-in-law. They have like 6 kids. Yeah.
Oof. Oh my God.
Yeah. But yeah, she had twins in like early November. And she vlogs like every day. Since quarantine started, she vlogged like every day. So I don't know. It's just like one of those comfort things, waking up and knowing that a vlog is going to be there for me to watch. I don't know. Just like my morning routine. I like get my coffee and I watch my Colleen vlog for today. Yeah. One of her babies just came home from the NICU like 2 days ago. So cute. The other one's still there. Yeah. It's adorable.
Are you done, Tori?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Shut up, Tori.
I have 3 people who I love who I started watching on YouTube this year. So 2 are people who like just bash diet culture or like at least go against it. One's a registered dietitian, Abby Sharp, like Abby with an E. And she does a lot of like what I eat in a day reviews or like some diet trend review, TikTok reviews and stuff. And it's just like really cool. And then Linda Sun takes more of like her personal journey, like healing her relationship with food, and has a lot of like more mental health talk. They both talk mental health, but Linda more so. And she'll go through like what she eats in a week while doing like mental health and body positivity stuff like over that. And then the third one is like a vegan fitness YouTuber from Scotland. So I love her accent. It's Naturally Stephanie, and Stephanie with an F. And she's just really fun, spunky, loves to just enjoy her life, enjoy her food, and it's very cool to watch someone who's just like a female weightlifter, kind of. Not like bodybuilder, but she goes hard at the gym with weights, which is cool to see.
I have no idea. I pretty much watch the same people, same videos I love, and I'm so happy. I'm just gonna say, in general, Vlogmas time of year, and that's my favorite YouTube thing. Vlogmas, if you don't know, is where vloggers, usually daily vloggers who vlog their lives, vlog every single day and post it. But this year it's different because mental health is important. Now it's just to post whenever you want. But one of my favorite people, she's doing great. She's posting pretty much every day. Sometimes we'll take breaks where she combines 2 days. I love it. And she's been on YouTube for a while, but she just created this channel last Vlogmas. Her name is Morgan Vlogs, and I mostly just really like her videos because she's only 2 years older than me. She's an online student, but she lives in Colorado. Just like talks about her life, her own mental health and her journey, and like shares funny stories. And she's always like with her family, like doing things, and they'll do like a lot of taste tests. Like they did a best holiday milkshakes taste test for like the first day of Vlogmas, and it was really good. And I'm excited because I'll be going to Colorado in a week, and I'm like, yeah, I know where to get a milkshake. But yeah, Morgan Vlogs, I really like her. She's just like a good person. I just like with celebrities or just like people who like have some general fame, I'm like, oh, I don't want to meet them. Like I don't want to meet them. Like I love Taylor Swift, but I don't want to meet her. Like I'm really scared. But like Morgan, I would love to meet Morgan and like hang out with her. You know? Okay.
And then I know me and Serena both had workout things on YouTube that we really liked. So I got really into MK Fit at the beginning of this year, EMK Fit. She does a lot of like hip hop stuff, which is basically Tabata style dance workouts. And they're so much fun. And each video is a different theme. Like she has some Christmas ones out right now, or road trip classics, Lizzo, Queens of Rap, all that kind of stuff. It's just so fun, so upbeat. You can find something that matches your mood for the day, and it's amazing.
Nice. I've been pretty much watching the same people all the time, like Bailey Brown, Mad Fit, Chloe Ting, and I know that people will put like really clickbaity titles like "get abs in 2 weeks," and you're only really gonna do that if you're like 80 pounds and have no fat, then you can get abs in 2 weeks. But the ab workouts itself that they do with the videos are I actually really enjoy them. And just go into it knowing you're probably not going to get abs in 2 weeks. Next is podcasts.
Oldest first.
All right, well, as my Spotify Wrapped told me, my biggest podcast this year was You Can Sit With Us.
So good.
Love You Can Sit With Us.
What spin-off of the Try Guys?
But
Love the Try Guys.
Overall, podcast star of Second Try Productions.
Yes.
Whatever it is.
Oh yeah. Winning pod of Second Try.
And the guys, the Try Guys always like are so mad that
the girls do better. Yeah. And then my other one is called And That's Why We Drink. And it's like a true crime and paranormal podcast. So like that. Every week they tell one paranormal story and one true crime story. And I like them. They're nice and long. Like sometimes they're like 2 hours. It's great. Great. That's
nice.
I'll go.
One podcast that I started listening to this year was Real Pod with Victoria Garrick. She's someone who's like super into promoting intuitive eating, and again, like another like anti-diet culture kind of thing. But I'll just read the description so I don't have to come up with the description myself. Former Division I volleyball player and TED Talk speaker Victoria Garrick is a mental health and body image advocate who sits down with all sorts of inspirational and awesome guests to bring you the realest conversations around success, failure, life, and challenge. And the most recent episode I listened to was about like student athletes and how they should handle their health, nutrition, finding time to eat in their schedule, making sure they eat before practice and stuff like that. And it's just really cool. She talks about her like eating disorder and just general disordered eating history and brings on guests to talk about how to get over that stuff. So it's really interesting and neat. And apparently like 80% of women have disordered eating, experience disordered eating. So like it's more people should be listening to this kind of stuff. I mean, and I know men experience it too.
It's disordered eating. Like if you just like look at a cookie and you're like, oh, I shouldn't eat that. That's bad for me. Like that's technically disordered eating.
Moralizing food, like setting
having a fear around
restraints on eating that are like forbidden foods. Like me, I have like food restrictions, but that's a moral and ethical thing. So to me, I just don't view that as food and I never crave it. Like even though I was the queen of bacon before I went vegetarian, I went for a moral reason and I never craved bacon once after making that decision.
And it's probably the same percentage for men, but men are less likely to come forward and talk about their mental issues and everything like that. So, but we, you just don't have the statistics to compare it. So they're less likely to come forth about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Real pod.
It's sad, which is sad. Mm-hmm. Guys, we want to hear about you. Go to therapy.
Or work with a cycle coach. I talk about nutrition and intuitive eating with my clients.
But
food mindset.
With women or people who have a pelvic floor? Do men have pelvic floor?
So I work with people with pelvic floor conditions or with like irregular periods and stuff like that. So that's more where it comes in with working on periods and just kind of like lifestyle change to influence symptom management and cycle.
What kind of training do you have to give people nutritional advice?
I mean, I am a doctor.
She's a doctor.
And
well,
she's been certified.
You don't have to be certified in nutrition to work as a nutritionist.
Yeah, but like what kind of you do?
Not for a nutritionist. For a dietitian, not for a nutritionist.
Oh. Where did you learn your nutrition stuff though?
I mean, lots of classes I've taken. They always touch on nutrition. I mean, I took lots of physiology. It all goes back to nutrition. Like, so it's taking like those recommendations, but then I could help them put them into a plan for their week of meals.
I'm back to her. For a podcast, I really don't know. I listen to a lot of podcasts, but I've been listening to them all for a while. But one that was like very interesting and very different than the ones where I just like listen to people talk about like whatever they want to talk about. It's a C13 features podcast movie called Treat. It's an hour and a half long and it features Kiernan Shipka. She's the main character. And this one is like a Halloween based movie, but it's a podcast. So the whole thing, you just listen to it. There is no video version of this.
Right.
And so she's the main character, and it's basically a Halloween movie. It's a little spooky. Like, obviously, you don't see anything, so it's not scary in that context, but the story itself is, like, creepy, and it's weird. It's different than, like, things I've heard before. And it's really cool because, like, you have to describe everything. So you really don't know what anything, like, actually looks like, except, well, I know what Kiernan Shipka looks like. But, like, she's the only person I can imagine.
Yeah. And is it only dialogue or is it like also narration? She narrates it. Okay.
Is the narrator and the main.
It's just one episode? Or is it like over multiple?
It's just an hour and a half long. And it's really cool. Like they add sound effects to it and everything. And I really liked it. And there's another one that just came out that I'm saving for when I go on the plane.
Yeah, I heard advertisements for that like podcast movie, and it did sound really interesting.
Yeah, I'm really like glad I had that. Oh, I thought I saved another one. So there's another one called like Ghost that's out. And I really want to watch that. But yeah. Oh yes. Okay, here it is. Ghost Writer, starring Kate Mara and
Oh yeah. I heard of that.
yeah. So I'm excited to watch that. Or listen, not watch. So that was just like a cool thing. I was like, oh, I like this. And I was like on a plane when I was listening to it, so I wasn't doing anything else. Because a lot of times when I listen to podcasts, I'm just kind of like in the class, so I can only get like 10 minutes of a day. So I'm glad I'm just like sitting still for many hours in the dark listening to this. Okay, books. Tori, take it away.
All right. I got a few. 2 categories, 2 for each category. 4 books.
No.
So neither of these books like first came out this year, but I started reading them this year, and I think they in their series they've had books come out this year. The first is A Court of Thorns and Roses. So kind of like high fantasy romance thing, but really good. Literally, I finished it, the first one, last night. I started reading at 8 and I finished the book at 12:30 a.m. or something. I couldn't stop reading it.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good.
I want to read it.
You gotta read it. It's really good. And then thank you, TikTok. Book talk.
Book talk.
Yeah. And then the other series is Shadow and Bone,
Oh my
which
God.
they just released like a Netflix series, but I did not really like the show at all. The book's way better as usual. But really good, really good. Yeah, if you like Hunger Games, Divergent, like all that kind of stuff, you'll like Shadow and Bone. And then I have 2 public health books that I loved for this year because I'm a pelvic health therapist. So the first one is The Period Repair Manual, and it's awesome. And I think anyone who has period problems should read this. Very eye-opening.
I feel like I should take a shot every time Tori mentions something related to her job.
Yeah, I love my job. You know, this is what happens when you find your passion and you do what you love every day. Talk about it all the time. And then the other one is called Come As You Are. And it's kind of like the behavioral neuroscience of sex. And it's just really, really, really interesting and stuff I'm going to share with my clients like all the time. So very excited about that. And yeah, that's my books.
For mine, I have 2 different series. One's by Ridley Pearson, one by Rick Riordan, which they co-authored like the Peter and the Starcatcher series. Rick Riordan did like Percy Jackson. I'm very much into like young adult fantasy kind of books and dystopian. But the Ridley Pearson one was the Kingdom Keeper series that I've been reading like slowly for a few years, but I finished the last like 6 books. I read the last 6
like over a decade, MacKenna.
Well, it's because I didn't get the other ones until like super late.
Yes.
And I started going to the library again this year and they had all of them. So I finished them. But that series plus the spin-offs is like 11 books. And they were all so good. It's like based in Disney, like Disney World for the most part. Some Disney Cruise Line, some Disneyland. Disneyland, especially in the spin-off. But it's just so good. And they work with Imagineers. Like Ridley Pearson worked with Imagineers to get all these like secret little details of around the parks. And he worked with like other cast members as well. And it's published by Disney Books, like their Hyperion books or whatever. So good. Disney fan or just fantasy book fan. And then the Rick Riordan series, I only read the first book because I just like walked into Goodwill wanting to find a book real quick. And I saw this one, it was $3, and I was like, okay. But it's the Kane Chronicles. I read the first book, The Red Pyramid, which is basically like Percy Jackson, but with like Egyptian mythology
No,
and
I
stuff.
know. I never read it. but
Serena
I heard
owned it though.
I never read it, but I heard it's better than.
It's on my shelf now. Mom thought it was mine.
Oh, interesting. Well, I've heard it's better than Percy Jackson. Like people say this like Egyptian mythology series is what.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love Percy Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
It's the book I didn't
Love.
before Percy Jackson. Girl, I did not pick up a book before Percy Jackson. Mm-mm.
Hold on. Can I just say the authors again? I feel like I didn't say the authors, and I feel like I should. Okay. So, The Period Repair Manual by Laura Bryden. Come As You Are by Emily Nagoski.
Okay.
Continue. That's for editing purposes.
Was it my turn?
Yeah. Your turn, Serena.
So I was the only one in college this year, so I didn't really read during the school months. I read textbooks and research journals. So I guess I'll talk about one of the research journals I read.
Yes.
Let me pick one. Oh, okay. So I can't remember the exact title, but I'll just talk about the theory that it talked about. This was for my landscape ecology class. It had something to do with shifting baselines, which is a term used in ecology for, it kind of describes changes throughout time, but how for an older generation, you ask them, oh, how has the water quality changed in your area since like you first can remember? And they're like, oh, it's terrible. Then you ask the next generation and they're like, oh, it's not that great. It's not as good as it was. And then you ask the newer generations and they're like, oh, it's fine. Because the environment that they were born into, they think that is the bottom line. Like they think that is what is natural. That's how that environment's supposed to be. But, if you go back in time a few generations, that's not how it's actually being. They have a totally different perspective, which I just thought was cool.
Yeah, I remember learning about that in my restoration ecology class,
Yeah.
and I thought it was so interesting.
Mm-hmm. So it's a cool thing to just keep in mind that like I may not see it change, like everything seems normal. I mean, it's not normal. I know it's not. That's literally what I go to school for. But if I'm looking outside at a forest I've been looking at since I was 4, I'm gonna be like, everything's hunky-dory. The forest is still there. But in reality, it's not.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. So yeah. And then I just read the Game of Thrones books, but they're okay, I'm on the 3rd one. It took me all summer to read and like.
Do either of you use the app Libby?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Do you know what it is?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
So it's a library app where you can download books. The only thing is you have to have a library card for anywhere, I guess, in the US, ? And you just like sign up with your library card. And you can add cards if they expire or you move or something. And then you just have access to this whole library of audio books and ebooks.
Oh my god.
Serena.
So you can read literally everything for free if you have a library card.
Yeah, Serena, the Cobb County Libraries app, like they have a bunch of books you can download onto your phone.
No, but MacKenna, you can get the Cobb library card and put it on Libby, and Libby
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
books.
now.
Libby has way more books than like the overdrive that the library uses.
Oh my god, because I want audiobooks for like if I'm driving long distances.
And it's really good. Like they still only like have a certain amount of audiobooks available at a time, like a library. So you can put a book on hold, and then it will like send you a notification when it's about to be your turn. And then like if you're not ready to read it at that time, you can like hold it longer and they'll just give it to the next person and bump you down like a name or two. And
Yeah.
it's amazing. You can renew it. You can, yeah,
But it's not a physical thing.
I know.
Why do you have to renew it?
I don't, because it does automatically take it off your Kindle.
Interesting.
Like it will automatically disappear, yeah.
Oh my god.
Weird.
That is so cool. What a
Yeah.
little
It's like Spotify for books. It's great. It's free.
Oh.
You can read every book for free. Putting it out there.
God.
Libby app.
I'm so mad I didn't know this. I could have, on the drive from Colorado to New Hampshire, I could have been re-listening to Harry Potter.
You have a library card?
I could have gotten one. I mean, I just have a library at my school, so it's like.
Yeah. But
Okay,
yeah,
next.
please spread the word.
Next is food, Victoria. And we gotta be a little quick.
Food. Okay, food. So this year I tried Every Plate, which is a meal kit delivery. I like it. I like their choices. It's cheaper than most of the meal kit deliveries that I have looked into before. And yeah, that's my food. Feta pasta.
Awesome. Okay, MacKenna.
Okay. I've made a lot of pumpkin bread this year. Vanilla, chocolate, protein, whatever I was feeling. So good. And then lesser evil popcorn. I really like the Himalayan salt flavor and the Himalayan sweetness flavors. So good, easy. Like I love popcorn, but I don't want to bring my whole like microwave like air popcorn to work because I will probably burn it in a microwave I'm not familiar with. So it's nice having like pre-pop popcorn, and that's like such a tasty brand. And then recently, Ritz Crisp and Thins. So good.
Yes.
I tried the Tabasco flavor yesterday. So good. And I'm not even like a big Tabasco person. Like barbecue and salt and vinegar, they just hit the spot. They are so tasty.
Mm.
And then Amish popping corn for my like microwave air pop thing. It doesn't upset my stomach or anything. It's just really good. And
you eat a lot of popcorn.
Yeah, I eat a lot of popcorn.
For me, going off just like a little snack here, I really discovered goldfish and Cheez-Its this year. I never ate them before, snacked on them before, like ever. And mom never really bought them. So I had never like tried Cheez-Its or goldfish. Like I would have them like offhandedly, but never be like, oh, I want to go to the store and buy it. But Cheez-Its are amazing. I'm really obsessed. And then I love soup. I could eat soup every day, and especially soup, and you like cook some like dumplings or momos or pot stickers and put them in your soup, it's even better. And load it with vegetables, variety of vegetables. But the key is to use the Better Than Bouillon roasted garlic base. I'm like so obsessed. I feel like such a chef when I use it because I actually make something good, and it's not just like chicken and rice and broccoli. It's so good. But going off just a plain old meal, a tuna bowl. You just make a bulk thing of rice, and you just get some like canned tuna, even though it's filled with microplastics, but like what isn't at this point? You get some canned tuna. You can put some mayo, or I was putting like vegan cream cheese in, make it a little creamier. Add some avocado, add some cucumber, add some soy sauce, mix it all together, eat it up, delicious. Okay. Products, Tori, go.
Products. Oh, where should we get? So I bought this lighter this year, a rechargeable lighter that is like a taser. I love it.
Claire was inspired. Claire bought hers because of you, Tori.
It's great, and it's never going to run out of lighter fluid. I love it. And then also I bought like a book protector this year. I don't know what you call it, a book cover. This one is by, let me see, C. Pickering Co. Got it on Etsy. But like, I always get, like messy pages because I take my books like everywhere with me or throw them in the bag for the pool or the beach or whatever. And they always get like crinkled and messy, or I just like throw them in my purse. And so far, like, I mean, I've traveled with this and it looks like perfect. Like, so this is great. Like, especially if I take my books on a plane, my bag is usually like packed full. And so my book always gets, like, I don't know, messed up.
Yeah.
This is so perfect. It works so well. It was well worth the investment to protect my book pages. I got this size and I got a bigger one because I sometimes read like thick ones. And this one has like pockets, so I can if I'm traveling, I can put my Kindle in this pocket and my book in this pocket and a pen or my sunglasses here.
Love it.
A home edit planner. It's amazing.
Oh my God.
I love it. Color coded. It's great.
Rock
Great
on.
show too. These pens, Papermate Ink Joy. The best pens I've ever bought. I love them. Mushroom Coffee by Four
Oh my
Sigmatic.
God. That's
Great.
food.
I know, I forgot. But it helps you focus better. Yes.
Mhm.
And then my Brewmate. I got a Brewmate. It fits regular size cans or it fits tall cans. Or you can just pour something in and it comes with a regular sipping lid.
Mhm.
It
Oh my
keeps it
God.
cold for hours in the hot sun.
Oh my God, I've seen that product.
Yes.
I bought one I went Christmas shopping with my boyfriend last year and I was like, here's something you can buy your sister. And that's what he gave her for Christmas.
Great. Now I just need a slender one. But it doesn't fit slender cans, but you can just pour the slender can in and use the lid. Great. And then my last thing is Natural Cycles Thermometer. Okay, so this is because
Take a shot.
this year, what?
You mentioned something related to your
Pelvic
job.
health. Oh my God. Because I switched from birth control to the fertility awareness method. So you have to take your temperature right when you wake up every day. And this thermometer, like, because you're taking it when you're like half asleep, right? So you can take it and you can put it away without looking at it because it will save it. So like when you turn it on again, it will show you the last temperature you took. So you can log it later.
Oh,
If you're
okay.
taking it when you're half asleep.
Mhm. Okay, sick.
Okay,
Victoria, no.
done. No, I'm
Okay,
saying.
okay, good. Okay.
So the first thing, resistance bands. I don't live near a gym on Jekyll. Well, it's like 30 minutes away. Not worth it. So I bought resistance bands and they've done great for workouts. And I'm hoping to get dumbbells for Christmas. Not holding out for it, but I'm hoping. And then last Christmas, I got my first spirit jersey. It was a Disney's Animal Kingdom one, like one of the lightweight ones. I lived in it all last winter, and I plan on living in it this winter after Christmas is over. And then lastly, from Chloe and Belle shop on Etsy, I got these pin trading ears. They were like my birthday / graduation gift to myself. The pins I have on here went with my Steamboat Willie Disney bound. But yeah, you can just like change out all the pins. It's super fun. And since I have giraffe ears and Haunted Mansion ears, I had like Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom covered ears wise. But these will work for Hollywood Studios and Epcot. Though I still want some kind of Epcot country ears. But still, really cool. Love the interchangeable Chloe and Belle shop on Etsy.
I guess my favorite product has been my COVID vaccine and booster shot.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't think of anything. And just, getting tested regularly, even though I can't,
Yes.
because I was positive in November and quarantined, and now I can't get tested for many more days. This is not the test I use. This is just an blank one. Positive is burned.
Nice.
Okay.
I thought of another food.
No. If it wasn't important enough to remember the first time, it's not important enough to mention now.
MacKenna, I have no memory. Alani knew. Alani knew. They're energy drink. That's
okay.
actually okay for you.
Oh, okay.
And works. And they're at Target. And they're beautiful.
Oh my God. I think they sponsor Morgan Vlogs, the vlogger I was talking about. I think they sponsor her.
Well, there you go.
Or they like sent her like a thing just to like
send me the discount code, Serena.
No. I don't think they sponsor her. I think they just sent her like a PR thing and she's been drinking it in all her videos.
I want PR on.
Mm-hmm.
You got pelvic floor PR.
That I had to ask for. It's not really PR. It's promotional things, yes. But it is PR I had to ask for.
Okay.
Body potty. It's right here.
Okay, Tori, a pop culture moment.
Pop culture rundown.
You can choose one.
The Bernie Sanders mittens meme.
All right. Really? That's what you're going? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I laughed so many times. In January and February. So many. So great.
Dude, I don't know what went on. What was this year? What was last
Britney
year?
is free.
No.
Oh yeah, Britney is free.
I'm not gonna say that.
Why?
So I feel like there's stuff I would have appreciated more than that.
Okay, yeah. Just name the first thing that comes off the top of your head. That's what I'm gonna do.
Tokyo Olympics. Simone Biles getting the twisties. And how she chose Beam, of all things, to make a comeback on. That's what I would have been most scared of. If I found myself getting lost in the air.
Wonder Bomber.
Okay. But yeah. Also go her for recognizing when she had to stop.
Okay. What's the bomb? We always support. I can't really think of anything that happened except the Olivia Rodrigo, Joshua Bassett, Serena Covergirl drama. I really enjoyed that. And Olivia Rodrigo won. So
who's Joshua Bassett?
Did
Joshua
you listen
Bassett
to
is the guy her songs are about?
Yeah.
I don't even know him.
Listen to his new songs?
I've only heard like clips, like ads, and
I read the lyrics. I didn't listen. He's from
average.
High School Musical, the series, MacKenna.
Yeah, I never watched it, but basically,
I watched like a couple episodes.
Basically, Olivia and Josh were supposedly dating. Still don't have confirmation, I don't think. And then he broke up with her, and then like just a few weeks later was dating Sabrina Carpenter from Girl Meets World. And so Olivia wrote this whole album based on how she felt at that time in her life. And Sabrina wrote songs replying to that kind of, but like we don't know, it's just theory. And then Joshua wrote these songs, but we don't know, it's just theory. But literally it's so dumb because Olivia Rodrigo literally calls Sabrina Carpenter like the pretty blonde girl, like doesn't say anything bad about her, just calls her like she's probably like so beautiful, she's probably so kind. And then Sabrina Carpenter is like in her song Skin is like, he's mine now. Like what? When was Olivia Rodrigo ever rude to you?
Right, she was just kind of being like whatever about her.
Yeah, like nobody,
like she's the other girl, but she's not like trashing her about it.
Yeah, but she's like, it's like, I don't think Olivia Rodrigo blames Sabrina of anything.
She blames Josh.
Yeah. But also, they're just teenagers. Teenage world.
What I don't get is how Olivia says that their names sound the same. I'm like, I don't know about that one, honey.
Well, then maybe
Olivia,
it's not Sabrina.
Sabrina. They both end in A.
Does it?
Just like all of our names. They all end in A.
And do they sound similar?
Victoria, MacKenna, Serena.
No, the closest names of all 5 of these are Serena and Sabrina.
Yeah.
Oh no. Well, I'm older than them, which is like so weird to think about. That's like,
Right?
but it's like, whatever. I'm gonna get old. It happens to everyone. I'm down. I'm ready. Okay, and then our favorite thing we did or like experience, like whatever. Our favorite thing from this year. Victoria, take it away, Ernie.
All right. So this was new for me this year, and it's now my favorite thing ever to do with friends. And that is attend a friend's wedding. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
One of my best friends and my college roommate got married this year, and it was like a college reunion. All the friends were there. We had an amazing night. Like, every part of that week was incredible and so much fun. And we are all looking forward to the next one, even though no one else is planning a wedding yet. But
But someone's engaged.
Yeah, one couple's engaged, but they're not.
Who's engaged?
Maddie and Aaron.
Maddie.
I didn't know that.
What?
Oh my God. Congratulations, Maddie.
In August. No, July. In July, Serena.
Yeah.
I watched it
like,
over FaceTime.
What?
Oh, you were there?
FaceTime
Oh, yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Why do you FaceTime
I'm the one that
me?
took screenshots
Oh,
for
because
them.
MacKenna was living at my apartment then
Oh,
for a few weeks.
nobody thought to tell me? Or also I don't check like Facebook or anything. So
Even Mom knew.
I didn't know. Oh my God, congratulations to the happy couple.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Highly recommend attending a friend's wedding with your friends.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. Okay.
I mean, other than graduating college and starting a 1-year job, I put my own money towards tumbling classes, which, if you heard our first podcast, I am a saver. I don't like spending money, but $65 a month. I tumble once a week in like a structured class, and it is like the highlight of my week every week. And I love seeing myself improve and get even better than I was when I stopped cheering in 2018. So like over 3.5 years ago. I love it. It's such a good form of self-care.
Oh, that's so nice. You're so looking forward to it. That's nice. Okay. All right. It's just so nice. And it's like sport. I miss sports. I wasn't very athletic. Like I would say I'm fit, but not athletic. I wasn't very good at sports that I did. But it's just fun to be in that environment sometimes,
Yeah. Surrounded by middle schoolers and high schoolers,
Hey, they can be fun.
Some of them think I'm their age. So,
just let them.
yeah. They're like, guess what? I'm going to an 8th grade party this weekend. And I'm like,
you're like, girl.
Okay, cool.
You're like,
go you.
Careful.
I'm going to a 21-year-old's party this weekend. So.
I'm gonna drink while watching Great British Bake Off with my friends this weekend. Which Great British Bake Off, top-notch game. Leave a comment if you want the rules.
My favorite thing to do with myself. My favorite thing that I did this year was I did try it once when I was like 10, but I don't really remember much from the experience except pizza and French fries. So I'm talking about skiing. I relearned how to ski this year and I went skiing twice. And it was so much fun. We went to the town I lived in had like a small kiddie hill, where it's like pretty cheap and it's not like a ski lift to get up there. It's kind of just like a cable that keeps going. You kind of grab hold and let it, lift you up, which is horrifying. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna rent gear. I'm just gonna go. And I had my friend who was there who knew how to ski, and I just stood at the top of the hill and was like extremely crying and frustrated and fell every time I tried to move for the first hour. And then I was like, oh, okay. Wee! And then got right into it. And I was like, maybe 2 weeks later or something, I was like, I'm ready for the big hill. And we went on like a ski. It wasn't a resort because there's no like hotels or anything, but a ski area right on the Continental Divide, Monarch Mountain. It was so much fun. I did still fall a lot, but like, wow, it's so much fun, especially when it's a while and you're just, it's very Wii Sports Resort. Because that's all I can remember from skiing. But yeah, cool. Okay, do our quiz.
Yes.
So this is our BuzzQueed. I keep calling it BuzzQueed. This is our BuzzFeed quiz for this week called I'm genuinely curious how many of these 2021 trends you participated in. Okay, first one. Watch Squid Games, posted a pic of your vaccine card on social media, got vaccinated, cried to All Too Well, the 10-minute version, Taylor's version. I only got vaccinated. I did not cry to All Too Well. I did not watch Squid Games. I did not post a pic of my vaccine card. Oh,
I got vaccinated and I did post a picture of it on social media of my card.
I got vaccinated and I think I sent a Snapchat of my vaccine card to a few people.
Yeah, mine was only Snapchat or Instagram story, not like an actual post.
I didn't cry to All Too Well, but I certainly appreciated All Too Well.
If you put it on your story, that's a post.
Okay.
On my story.
Thanks for the social media lesson.
Okay, the next 4, I guess. Wore an ironic Y2K t-shirt, listened and cried to Adele's 30 in its entirety, tuned into the Tokyo Olympics, went thrifting. I only went thrifting.
I watched the Olympics, and I guess you can say I went thrifting because I went to Goodwill for a book and then for long sleeve shirts for work to wear under my scrub top.
Yeah, I went to Goodwill, a similar, but not for clothes. Does that count?
Yeah. Thrift things that aren't clothes.
Secondhand good.
I haven't listened to Adele's album.
I have not
kind of listened to it, but
okay, the next few got things. What?
The songs kind of sounded the same, but you didn't hear it here.
Okay, got curtain bangs. Posted a photo dump on Instagram. Posted a pic of your pet on your Instagram story to exchange for having a tree planted. Wow. And then tried the milk crate challenge. I didn't do any of these.
I've done the post a pic of your pet on your Instagram story to have for a planted tree or whatever.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And it's not always to plant a tree. Sometimes it's just share a favorite travel memory, and then you add it to that chain, and you'll see it says plus 3.4 million. Go pull up. You can tap through the stories everyone else who posted that stuff. So you'll tap from travel memory to travel memory or something.
That's cool.
Or you can just go through and look at a bunch of pet pics.
What defines a photo dump?
Just a bunch of random photos you never posted and you're just posting them all at once.
No. All right.
Next 4. Froze honey. Somehow wound up on Bama Rush Talk. Did the little lad dance / sang the Berries and Cream song. Dressed up as Ted Lasso character for Halloween. I didn't do any of this.
I didn't do any of those.
But I love, there is one viral video that went around of Southern girls telling you what university they're going to. And it's hi, my name's Katrina, I'm going to University of Arkansas, woo pig. And they're all they all have these really thick accents and it's horrible. They're time. And you can't understand them at all. But that was really funny. Woo pig. The next 4. For your Halloween costume, you're a character for Squid Games. You made the TikTok feta pasta.
Guilty.
to your outfit, made Emily Mariko salmon rice ice cube dish. I ate the TikTok off this, so I'm gonna check it off. I didn't make it. My roommate
I
made it.
made it. And I like partially made the Emily Mariko dish, but not like fully. Not with salmon.
I say you should still check it off.
I was
Because the whole thing
inspired.
is about the ice cube keeping the rice moist,
Yeah, I did
right?
that. And the seaweed,
Oh.
like using the seaweed. I did that part.
I have matched my mask to my outfit. I mean, it's just a simple thing to do.
like, well, like, do you mean like match or like, I'm like, oh, this is similar colors.
Well, that, but also like my Animal Kingdom Spirit jersey with my Disney like Mickey Mouse animal print mask. They go together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next.
Yes, I did it then.
Oh yeah. We have posted the Urban Dictionary definition of your name to your Instagram story. Wore a corset as a top, made pesto eggs, got a tarot card reading. I want a corset top very bad. But no,
I have not done any of those things.
No.
Next, wore a crocheted top of sorts. Bought that sunset lamp thing. Bought something with a mushroom on it. Watched WandaVision. Watched WandaVision. That's all I did.
Nothing for me. Yeah, I'll watch WandaVision someday.
Purposefully opted for wired headphones over AirPods. Took photos on a disposable camera. Bought a Kylie swim bathing suit only to realize how sheer it was. Dyed your hair from blonde to brunette.
No.
Nothing for me.
Called something camp. Called something chuggy.
No.
Chugi.
I don't think I've called something chuggy.
I feel like now it's chugi to say chugi.
Say chuggy.
Yeah.
I hate. I. That's a terrible sounding word. Like I'm just.
What's camp?
That's camp. Like that's.
It's like, you know how people say like kitsch? I feel like it's camp. You know?
I'm not fully aware.
There's just
Like-
a blank look on my
like
face if you're not
Glee?
watching the YouTube video.
Glee is campy. Does that make sense?
I
No.
thought Glee is chuggy.
Well, it is, yeah. But like the like, I don't know, stylization of the show Glee is very campy.
Oh, I think I know what you're saying.
I'm not sure you could ever explain it to me.
Probably not. It's a very abstract concept, I think.
I don't
Same with
understand the
Chugi.
younger people of my generation.
Yeah. And chuggy basically.
Like
is-
campy is not like a new thing. It's just back to say campy or camp. I don't know. Maybe they're not using it the same way. I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. Show me your results.
Okay.
8 out of 34. You checked more than 85% of quiz takers?
I feel like that's not like-
I got 4 out of 30.
No one. So basically, they picked bad trends.
Yeah, I got you checked more than 44% of quiz takers. I mean, I feel like they just went on TikTok or like watched some YouTube daily vloggers and was like, okay, what are they doing? Like,
Yeah.
what are people with disposable income like doing with their money?
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
got money in their bank account? One of
Like,
those-
I feel like there were better TikTok trends they could have mentioned than
Yeah.
like frozen
I mean,
honey or whatever. I don't know.
that one's like kind of new too, I thought.
I don't know that.
I don't
The
know.
Emily Mariko, I think, was good.
Yeah, the feta
Yeah.
pasta one was good.
Feta pasta, yeah.
And that's delicious. Do it if you haven't done it.
Well, you have to add a little to it. Like, you have to add flavor.
Okay, yeah, but like it's good. Okay.
I checked 6 out of 34 and it says I beat 58% of people. And if you actually listen, you know how out of touch I am. So saying I chose more than 58% of people, that kind of seems off to me.
I mean, well, this quiz probably hasn't come out. Quiz probably isn't very old.
That's true. So there is a link to the quiz in our description box. So take it and let us know what you got. if you also picked very few and apparently checked more than most people. I don't know how trendy these trends are, but I feel like we could make a better one.
Maybe.
But yeah, let us know your favorite things, or if you've used any of our favorite things, used or discovered any of our favorite things that we mentioned.
Or if there's something we mentioned that you're like, wait, that sounds really cool. Let us know. Let us know if you try it. Let us know if you want to try it.
Yeah, I will happily send you a link to anything I mentioned. Some of the links will be in the description box, but I probably can't put everything. Don't really need to put everything. I think you all can find Taylor Swift, Red, Taylor's version.
Out now.
Everywhere.
All right. That's it.
All right. Everyone, Happy New Year. Good luck in 2022. See you there. Hear you there. I don't know.
Whatever.
Talk to you there.
Yeah. Talk to you then.
TTYL.
Oh God.
TTFN. Talk for now.
Oh God. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to pee.
Oh my God.
Thanks for listening to this week's Long Distance Sisters. Be sure to subscribe for more episodes and leave a good review.
And check out the video version on our YouTube channel.
You can find all of our other social media information in the description.
Talk to you later.
Bye.